I think I'm recording. Slash ban Izo for saying such rude things. No, I'm joking. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of GTNH. How's everybody doing? What do you mean I won't get Godforge? It's actually crafting right now. I was just trying to make progress overnight because on the last episode we got some pretty good progress going, and we got so things finished yesterday. I got a little bit of a small story to tell you. Not really a story, more of an anecdote. The last thing we did was craft a bunch of the S-line casings for UMV tier. I was surprised this finished overnight. It's a good sign because that means we're past due. So I'm very, very glad to be able to say that. And so this was yesterday. It finished yesterday, and I did not stream yesterday because I went on a walk. I went back to Purgatory Creek for like a small 4-mile journey just to explore some things, and I learned that I'm not done with that park. There's still more because they did not update the park map. It's very outdated, the one that they have posted at the entrance. And so I have to get an updated map so I can draw on it and actually visit all the trails. So I have to go back. Anyways, I got back from that walk yesterday, and man, I was tired. I could not find myself to stream. I actually fell asleep during the stream time, and then I woke up like at 10, which is about an hour from now, and I'm like, no, I can't stream tonight. So all I did was I just logged on and started the Godforge craft, which is represented by this spray can. I can even show you over here. Anyways, sorry, just in a kind of good mood today also because I did just get out of an interview earlier today, and I feel like I did pretty good, so we'll see how that goes. But then all of my good energy is ruined by the fact that my AC is starting to die out again. It's kind of part of the lore that the AC just keeps dying out. Hello, Rose. I saw your comment earlier also. Everything is crap. Let me take 5 seconds to look at a picture of this game. Just 5 seconds. I'm just going to look at the images tab. It reminds me of Nuclear Throne, which I also have never played before. And also, yeah, the air conditioner just keeps freaking out. Anyways, today's plan, it's not really a solid plan. It's just working on things towards the Godforge. Godforge is our next major goal. But first thing I have to do before I forget about it is set up the component S-line. And also, Rose, yeah, there's a small chance that the Scrapper Mafia is going to come back in different tier because of the event that's coming up, and everyone's focused on Death Row again. I just can't get away from the scrapping. And it's also like a perfect situation because the whole reason I was able to do the serious scrapping a couple years ago was because I'm unemployed, or I was unemployed. And then now that I'm unemployed again, that's just more reason for me to go back into it, right? So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the demand is there as well, because I don't really know. Hello, Phoenix. That's so rude, but like that's also on brand, so I can't be mad at you. But anyways, we got the UMV casings, which means I should be able to make the UMV components a lot cheaper. Which is funny though, because we don't really need the UMV components for Godforge. They don't use them, as far as I can tell. Yeah, they don't really use them. But what does use them is QFT tier 4, which is probably what I want to craft overnight. Not now though, because that's going to be expensive. Any idea why my Twitch slows and loads so badly? Internet moment. I don't know. Connection seems fine on my end, so it's not me. It might just be a connection thing. So yeah, after I saw that we finished the component S-line casings, I started the craft for Godforge, and yeah, we're a little bit away. It's actually made good progress, but we're a little ways from it. Mostly because things kept getting stuck, because I don't have the research for it. What do you mean you're stuck on copper wire? And there's some recipes we need to fix, but I feel pretty confident actually. I know the stream title is Say I Won't Get Godforge this weekend, but I'm pretty confident we can get there. It's expensive though. So we're just going to fix a couple of stuff so I can get the craft ready. A couple of things I need to research is Transcendent Metal Block and Quantum Collapse. I didn't finish that, no. Oh, you're still crafting because you're stuck on Mutated Living Solder, which I might need to upgrade you as well because you're a little slow. But what I can do is replace you with Eternity Coils. Eternal? Yeah, because I have some leftovers. Twitch is being dumb, especially if you've got ad blockers. That's just how it is with basically every app nowadays. They purposefully like reduce your what's the word I'm looking for? It makes it not good, in other words. I know YouTube does this especially, and I've noticed it myself because I have ad blockers for YouTube. And by the way, I won't get mad. I won't get annoyed if you use ad blockers for Twitch. It's fine, because I would do the same. I won't be offended, don't worry. But I feel like that's probably what's happening if you have an ad blocker. I know YouTube does the same. It ruins your experience on purpose. Miss me with paying because I don't have a job right now. But I may want to get premium at some point. So that's just a little bit of a help for the Mutated Living Solder, but yeah, that's still gonna take a while to craft. Or hear me out. Mutated Living Solder is also a QFT tier 4. Same thing as the Biocatalyst, so I think we do want to get into this stuff later. Let's do that. But for now, I'll just cancel the craft. And we'll work on some other fun stuff. Anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? I didn't really get out much because I had the interview today, so I was like focused on it. But I did eat some pizza for dinner, which we all know what that means, right? It's going to be hard for me to talk because I don't know what the right word for it is. It post nasal drip? I get it pretty bad whenever I eat like greasy foods, and this one was especially greasy. Oh, you're gonna take a while. So I saw that copper wire was being a little cringe. Yeah, you are. Tell you what. I think I'm just gonna double whatever's in there. Oh, hey, that's right. Thanks for reminding me about the math exam. Excuse me. It's kind of funny you had a math exam at an interview. So I got a curveball during my interview. I did not expect this. So the interviewer said something along the lines of, so engineers are supposed to be good at math, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he hit me with, okay, so tell me how many, how did it go? Like, what number do the triangles angles add up to? I don't know how to word it, but the answer is 180, right? I'm sure most of us should know that by now, because that's like I think it's like an elementary school problem or middle school or something like that. So I said 180, right? And he was like, okay, right, prove it. No. And also I messed up here. Oh no, I totally messed up here. This is supposed to be spaced one over here. But like, I did not expect that. And I started to realize that I know a lot of the answers, but I don't know how to prove them. But I got destroyed right there. As soon as he said, okay, prove it. Like, oh man, I lost. It was just pretty funny. Other than that, I feel like the interview went pretty well. And it's like, even if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with it because it's a good learning experience. Now I know I have to like study. Oh, that's why you're slow. Oh, this is why you're slow, because you're getting all upgraded with buses right now. He kind of just he said that the whole reasoning for that was to see my thought process. So whenever I get thrown a curveball question, I'm aware that they're looking for thought process. So like I try to explain this is how I don't really know, but this is how I'm gonna try to find it. So whenever I get like a curveball like that, I draw it out. That's my preferred method. So I started drawing it out, and then like I asked him for a hint, and then all he said was parallel lines, and I'm like, okay, I got you. And then I just drew a parallel line, and I figured it out. It has to do with parallel lines. The answer is pretty interesting, and that took me back to high school years because that's really the last time I took any geometry class was high school, which is at least 16 years ago. 15. No. Well, I'm very wrong. 10 years ago. I'm on my 10-year reunion this year. If you include the other grades, then you can say it's 14 years, but whatever. Why are you not crafting? I think something is stuck. Probably because this guy out here. But like I totally like I got destroyed on that question. Oh, it's an ass line process. That's right. You're waiting for research stuff. That's why you're stuck. So there's a couple of things in the ass lines that are stuck because I haven't researched them, and one of them is this. There we go. And then the other one is to get quantum glass, which is finished, and I just got to research that. But now I know people are going to ask. And maybe this is what I get for putting on my resume that I was a tutor for a while. I even specifically put their calculus and engineering tutor. But they asked me an elementary problem. I'm like, what? I don't know that. It's just funny to think about. Got completely destroyed there. Totally deserved, though. Your message got modded, did it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's because the word host is restricted because I get a lot of bots that use that word. So some of the words that are banned that don't make sense, but they're there for a reason. Sorry. And also, I just realized the multi-chat doc on my OBS does not show deleted messages. I don't know how to fix that, so I won't fix it. Task manager, service host, capability access. Have you tried deleting system 32? Don't do that. Why do I see every message like 5 times each? What are you talking about? The stream looks fine. Are you talking about on the window or? It looks fine to me. I'm gonna drink some water. Psych, I'm gonna drink some Coke. Got Coke Zero Cherry. Yes, in a wine glass because I'm fancy like that. No, don't delete it. I'm joking. So we're pretty much waiting for this. What's make? It's a moon. It looks like this. Actually, I want to go outside. Is there not a way for me to get out of here? Yeah, right here. Yeah. I don't know what planet moon this is, but it's a moon. Pretty chill. Spoilers, sorry. This at this point in the game, there's no reason to like go to any planet anymore because you have both the space elevator shenanigans for all the stuff, and then you also have the deep dark. Sorry for the flashbang, I forgot about it. For all the void miners which are working out here, they have 64 void miners, and people said I'm gonna need like 256 before I have Harmony, and I'm like, I haven't seen any fault for that yet. I'll complain about it when we complain about it, when it shows up as an issue. Oh yeah, research. Your GPU's at 95%. See, that's what you get for playing everything is crap. That's why you want me to play it, right? So I can nuke my GPU, which is already pretty old and outdated. I have to update it. Right there. Okay, so I can craft that. So the S line should not be stuck anymore. Ma'am, I am playing GTNH at the moment. Okay. Other things on my craft list are the Mark V motors. We can totally do this. Which reminds me, I might as well replace those parts. All of these guys can get put in the updated machine. Big fan. I know a lot of people have said that they like to watch me play other games. How about this, Mutagenics? I keep failing the last mission. Mutagenics is tough. I keep dropping the nuke and destroying everybody before I get to the final boss. But I feel like this time, this run coming up is the answer. I'm gonna do ×2. And you are in circuit 1. Or I'll sponsor Trade Federation instead of scrap services. I mean, you can. It means less work for me. That's pretty much my service model is if it's like, if no one else is doing it, then I'll do it. But if someone else does it, then by all means go for it, because I don't want to do it. There is a pretty big update coming out for Dead Frontier soon. Is that Circuit 3? Yep. I like it how the only people that call Dead Frontier Circle Walking Simulator are the ones who don't play Dead Frontier. Everyone who plays Dead Frontier just calls it bad. Because it kind of is. But not in a bad way, if that makes sense. It's a janky game and we love it. Technically, it is square walking. Yeah, it depends on your route. But I think the whole circle walking simulator joke started because of the grinding sessions that I had before, back when we were a little more focused on CTS. And I have to say, Phoenix, they've released so much more stuff that it's a little more boring to walk in circles. At least for streaming, because there's like less action because it's so much easier. But if people want to watch me stare at a computer screen for 2 hours nonstop, by all means. At least this one, I'm actively thinking. Okay. Let's get a bunch of these buses and get the wire mill updated, because the wire mill was kind of cringe. So one thing we have to phase out is the use of regular interfaces, because that's very bad. You want to be using buses because they have basically infinite item storage. Because otherwise they're like only takes up 16 stacks and then it crafts that and then it gets another batch and then it crafts that and then it gets another batch and it's just really slow and laggy. How about we do Minecraft Mondays and other games rest of the week? First of all, if I did Minecraft Mondays, I'll probably get sued. Isn't that a thing? How about this? Mutagenics Monday. I play Mutagenics every day though. I bet you Phoenix's next message is I no longer like Rose. No, I'm not going to call. I'm wire milling it because I forgot. Whenever I match produce wire mills, then yes. But right now, I just need to get this upgraded. Why? Because I need to upgrade the wire mills. They're really slow without the right upgrades. Oh, hello. Get over here. I know that's not. I know that's why what you're not talking about. Just pushing buttons, right? Is that the word? No, but I do play a little more games every now and then. It mostly has to do if the craft is so big and I feel like streaming. Both of those conditions have to be met and I'll play another game. For example, yesterday the craft was so big, but I did not feel like streaming because I fell asleep after my walk. Shiny ingot, what? Yo, I got my first platinum ingot. After however many hours I've been playing this. And you guys thought I would never get my first platinum. No one tell Rose. Right there, okay. Huge milestone, right? Have you gotten your first platinum yet, Izo? What tier are you in anyways? I think you suggested it earlier and I just didn't notice. Okay, we have successfully upgraded this guy to no longer use regular buses. I'm gonna cancel everything because I probably broke a bunch of stuff. You too, just in case. Can I get VIP? Been here for 2 days. You gotta put in more work if you want VIP. And by work, I mean I have to remove the people that are taking up the slots. What happened here? Are you not working or what? This is 8x. I'm sorry, not 4. Oh, hang on. This is 3. This one is 4. And also change this to wire mill 4. If I ever get enough VIP slots, then I'll start moving people around. But I don't really think about it. It's just the color in the end. What do you mean, Phoenix? You've been fighting for a VIP forever. You even rejected mod status so you can get VIP. Okay. Is this working? No, I'm not gonna see you. It sounds like too much effort. Why is this not working? Eight X platinum wire. Why are you not working? I'm so confused. Where's it not working? Oh, maybe I have to restart the craft again for like the 5th time. That's probably what happened. No, it's just straight up not working. Crafting input bus. That's the correct one. You have the right circuit. Maybe you got stuck because you didn't. It was before I set up the circuit. I'm so confused. You're clearly circuit 8. You're gonna make me break you. Try again, right? 8. I'm not here to like debug stuff. I just want you to break it. Oh, I'll turn off engine by accident. Sorry. I'm so confused why you're not working. Okay, now it works. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I just had to rebuild it for whatever reason. Randomly, you're at 316. How are we doing to Stargate? I literally thought that as soon as I started the episode. I was thinking to myself, I'm running out of time. Comparably, I'm not sure. I think there's really 2 more major goals to accomplish before Stargate. And by that, I mean like multi-blocks. One of them is Eye of Harmony and Godforge, which is what we're trying to do next. I think after that, it's just upgrading until we get to there. But I think we have all the big expensive machines already. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, though. A time limit, it's a inside bet we have, me and Phoenix, where she bet that I would not beat the pack by episode 350. But there's not really a time limit. But I think there's only 2 big machines we have to make. It's Eye of Harmony and Godforge. And then Stargate. But there's also like a ton of upgrades to go along with both of them. So we'll see how long that takes. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. There's only 2 big machines that we have to make. That I can think of, by the way. There's also things like antimatter, right? I guess you can consider this a big machine, but it's not like progression locked, if that makes sense. I guess it is if you think about it. I ain't reading that right now. Okay. Okay, we have things working now. What I want to do next is start researching the QFT tier 4, as well as Godforge stuff, but let's just do some research first. I need you and you. I know I have extra. We're actually making good progress, because a good benchmark that I have for myself is if crafts are able to finish overnight. And for the past couple of episodes, they have been finishing overnight. So that means we're making pretty good progress. And that also means we're past due for upgrades if the things I'm upgrading craft instantly. I'll take the dye. I think I keep running out of like white dye or something like that. Yeah, and I never have red dye. What about Shop Titans? I have never played that game. It's really hard to get me to play a new game. I think longer standing community members will recognize that it takes forever for me to play a new game. As you can see, I've been playing GTH for like almost or more than 2 years already. Also, that you need your own alley to upgrade. I mean, I would play games, but you gotta plan ahead of time. I just make a stack at a time. I'm gonna make a stack at a time. Oh, that's expensive, but we have to do it. Oh, also good news. Last episode we talked about a issue that I might have had, or that was potential, was that this craft takes longer than 100 seconds, which was a cause for concern because if recipes take longer than 95 seconds, it breaks the black hole automation we have. But it did not get stuck. This works. Which means I can stall even longer. And I don't have to upgrade it yet. I don't have to spend an entire episode figuring that out because it's a fun automation challenge. UXV. UXV is a little concerning because I don't think I have any ass line that does that. Let me see here actually. Yeah, we only have UIV, which can do UMV recipes, so I also have to upgrade the ass lines, which means I'm gonna put them down here anyways. You're going right here, which means we have to get into UMV energy hatches, preferably the wireless ones. Which we can do, but I have to research. But Gregtech tools take up a full row of slots. May I introduce you to my Lord and Savior, the toolbox? That's what I use every time I use my tools. I've had this thing forever. You can craft it all the way in LV. The normal that your CPU and hard drive is always at 90%. No, it's not. But I say that, but let me look at mine actually. My CPU is 20%. Even while streaming, I'm playing GTH. My memory's at 60, but that's because I have 32 gigs. And my disk is at 2%. So, yeah, something's up with your setup, your system. I'm only at 20% CPU. And I'm doing all this loading. You need to research a UAV wireless energy hatch. I'm a prime example of like even a potato PC can do something decent because my PC is considered average as of the year 2012. That's how outdated my setup is. Honestly, I recommend that. Touching grass is very, very good for you. Speaking of touching grass, I need to find another state park to visit tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Bastrop is going to be next. But it's gotten to the point where all the state parks I want to visit are like an hour away, so I have to commit to that. Drive earlier and get back home earlier as well. So I don't like miss the streams again. But that's what I'm thinking. Bastrop is next, or McKinney in Austin. So I learned that there's 80, I think it's 89 state parks in Texas. And that's just Texas. Once I conquer everything, I'll probably start moving out to different parks. You go to parks, how can that be? You wear glasses. What does that mean? I don't know if that's an insult or not, so I'll take it as a compliment. Oh, I just realized you're made in the ass line. Oh, you're all made in the ass line. Okay. UMV. Okay. So that means you're right here. I'm ass lining it right there. I just need UMV energy hatch. Oh. that insult is like at least 100 years old. That's not gonna phase someone like me. Even then, calling someone a nerd is only like high school drama and like drama TV shows. That doesn't happen in real life. Maybe it does, but it did not happen to me. I was chill. There we go. How dare, don't touch the Dyson sphere. I need it. It's technically not even a Dyson sphere, excuse me. It's a Dyson swarm. We send a bunch of drones to do the work for us, but it's not really a sphere. Because the Dyson sphere actually wraps around the star, right? To do whatever. Isn't it just a fancy solar panel? To boil water, probably. That's all it is. It's just boiling water. I don't want to do this. But we have learned of an amazing method that we figured out last episode that I can actually change the names of things in the terminal. I love it so much. I don't know if you were here last episode, Iso, or I don't remember. But if you do control middle click, this might help you out. I found this out yesterday. You can actually manually change the renames of all this stuff. And before, how I was doing it, I would manually rename every item over here in the inscriber, and now I don't have to do that. I love this. My city is a boiling water container. That's fair. 3, 4, 5. To this day, I'm still learning about AE2 tricks. So not named. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of you, dude. Chill. There's 8. I don't even have enough patterns for that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's another one. Are you playing SAS 5 and TLS Dead Zone? Are they are? Probably not. You'd be surprised how much time it takes for me to play Eugenics. When I'm not playing GTNH, I'm playing Eugenics. And then Dead Frontier sometimes. Eugenics runs last like 4 hours. It's kind of crazy. 3 to 4 hours. And by that time I'm finished, I'm like burnt out. Like no more games. UMV. That is... I'm ass lining it right here. But chances are I don't have enough for the rename stuff. I'm pretty sure I can do 6 and 7, but not 8. I only see you posting pics of you being dead in Dead Frontier. Oh, yeah. Of course. This one is 6. Easy to search 6. I know I can do that. Easy to search 7. And then I need one for number 8, but I don't have a place for this just yet. Rename 6. We'll go right there. Rename 7 here. And I doubt that I have 8, right? No. So I have to add an 8. Not proxy. Crafting input bus. And I need the name mold. It's also just comedic timing that I do that. Because when that just implies that I finished a loot run. Unless I say something like "oops," then it usually means that I did an uh-oh. I don't even know if I can fit another one. Can I fit another bus here? Yes, I can. What about channels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can. Found 3 gold veins. Nice. Okay. Oh, not nice. Okay, so that means you're a pretty early tier then. Did you restart your playthrough? Dense space-time plate is a bending machine. Stone Age moment, yo. I've said it 3 times. Did you? I'm sorry. This has been a little active today. I apologize. Nice. How far do you intend on taking this playthrough, or are you just going to go until you feel like it? Both are good answers. Hey, yo, let me say that this playthrough is also my 3rd full run playthrough. So I'm just saying, if it's your 3rd playthrough, it's time to get to Stargate. I always like to talk about the lore of our playthroughs. The first playthrough we went to like IV tier, and then we stopped because I didn't want to make CPM circuits for Line. It looked intimidating. And the second run we went only to EV, but I also started streaming at the end of the second playthrough, and then I wanted to stream the entire thing. So 3rd playthrough, which is this one, and I'm still going. You're just shooting for LV. That's pretty cool. Like, there's totally enough playtime for just the early game too. You can totally just have a whole run. That's what's cool about the pack. Take a drink. It really is. And I like to play packs early game because it's fun. And yes, hot sauce is gonna happen. I promise. Take a drink every time you fix something. I would be too bloated if I did that. But that's not a bad idea. Superconductor wire is a little bit of a problem because I don't think I have UMV capabilities yet. So I have to put it here. Right there. In my up tier ass machine. I don't know how I'm going to do it with the community. Um, because it's been a while since I've hosted a server. But a hot sauce version, like hot sauce 2.0 would be so cool, right? And I'm gonna make it a 1.12 pack. Now I'm joking. I'm just so out of touch with modern Minecraft. So Gage invited me to. He has a server with his friend in all the mods 10 to the sky, and then it's because he wanted to help me out. He wanted to ask me for help setting up the draconic infusion automation. So I was like, sure, because I've done it before. So I hopped on their server, and I was just so out of touch. I don't know. I cannot do it. It's not my jam anymore. It's also probably I just have to play from scratch. And now I totally get it when people take a look at this and they're like, I don't want to do this. I totally understand because I have the same way when I join Gage's world. You have to start from the beginning to really understand the flow of things. Even more so if modern packs. I don't know. I have a little bit of issues with modern packs. Mostly to do with it seems a little more cartoony than older packs, if that makes sense. I don't know how to really explain it. The artwork is like every mod's artwork is exactly the same, and I don't know how I feel about that. That's really my main gripe, though. So I look at a machine, it's like it looks exactly the same as everything else. Tiny pipe. Thank you. I'd be fine with not having that if the old textures weren't butt ugly. It's also true. It's like you gotta choose your poison, right? You either deal with butt ugly textures or super modernized textures that don't have any what do you call it? I make this in the DCPF, right? Yeah, that don't have any that have little personality. I don't really know what I'm talking about either. It's just conversation. Ever played the No Internet Dino game? Yes, I have. Also, I keep forgetting to take off the that link, that command, because I don't use any resource packs anymore. Only realistic sky. So I got to take off that link. I keep forgetting. I have played the Dino game. We're gonna do this and no exotic catalyst and do like that. But if I were to do a mod pack, I don't know what version it would be on. I always typically stay to like 1.16, but there's probably it's been I'm sure it's been updated like crazy since I last played that. So maybe another version. I don't know. Do a world where it's only dinosaur themed. No. Does it really? We're gonna use dust for this. No, but when I am going to do hot sauce 2, I don't think I'm going to like modify it as much as I did last time, even though it wasn't that much. 1.20 can catch up since the whole Neoforge. See, that's so. It's just that's so out of date because, or I'm so out of date with this stuff because I don't even know what Neoforge is. How long does it take for me to craft a wireless energy hatch? Here we go. I can finally get the recipe going. Oh, you're an expensive craft. You need how many tesseracts? Chill. Is there not a better way to make transcendent metal? Oh yeah, advanced coke oven goes crazy. And let me show you my setup over here. It's still standing and it still gives us steam. It's just 2 coke ovens, advanced coke ovens. And then you have like a tree farm on top of that. To a double layered one. Powered only by a basic steam turbine and crop manager MV. And 2 high pressure boilers. And this thing has been running forever and it's how we get my steam. Luckily I haven't needed that much steam. And I think the most of our steam comes from byproducts. It's 31 billion. But this is really the only steam we get otherwise. It's this one machine. It's carried us for this long. And then we just get byproducts from whatever, and we have that much built up steam. Okay, so clearly space-time is a little bit of a concern. So how can I speed this up? I'm doing this recipe already, so this is already the fastest I can do this. But if I can get tesseracts a little faster, that'd be great. But it looks like it's not the only recipe. There's this one, but I don't know how to do this because this is also transcendent metal. And you need tesseracts for transcendent metal. So I don't know how to get transcendent metal without tesseracts. This was just a recursive craft because you need energized tesseracts, which is tesseracts. So I'm like, how do I get transcendent metal? Probably this recipe. But we can't because we need excited stellar and we don't have stellar because that's a Eye of Harmony. It's not happening. Abyssal alloy. So this is something else we need to upgrade. There's a lot of things we need to upgrade. So I'm thinking DTPF needs to get upgraded again. We need to give this more power. Absolutely. Or should I double the amount of DTPFs? I might need to, right? Hexaduple, is that the word for it? 16 DTPFs. This is 8. So you're saying I should get a 16, double it, give it to the next guy? There's no way this is going to finish overnight, but I don't think so. I think I'll wait next time. So there's 2 ways to upgrade it. It's either just give it more power, of course, or the next guy would be you. Yeah, it would be. Have you seen the, I think it's Twist Space, the add-on for GTNH that people do? And there's a brick, like a bricked DTPF to produce steel. It's so funny. It's the same thing as this, but it's basically a regular blast furnace, a bricked blast furnace. It's so funny. But yeah, it's becoming clear we need a better way of making space-time. Pretty sure we're using this recipe too. It's over here. Everything that's in here. And you get a fluid terminal. Andropod. Oh, here we go. Here's the person that's gonna get mad at me if I don't double my DTPF count. Hello, Andropod. I was trying to get away from. Oh, why did I break this? Hang on, I gotta fix that. Oh, I didn't rename you. Okay, that's my bad. Forgot to rename it. Easy to search 8. How's it going, Astropod? I bet you're already ahead of me in your playthrough, even though you literally just beat Stargate a couple months ago. I don't literally mean mad. It's just how I talk. No, I'm only saying that I was talking about how slow space time is. So I'm like, we can either pump more power into the DTPS or double the DTPS. um, and probably the cheapest way is to just give it more power, because that's also not a lot of power. I say that it's 34 billion. Yeah, I think we're gonna invest in bigger hatches. I just want to make sure that this is working. Did I not do it correctly again? Easy to search 8. Okay, thank you. If you said you had one, that's justified. Easy to search 8. Easy to search 8. Easy to search 8. Is this not naming correctly or what? I'm gonna cancel you and you. I don't know why you're not crafting correctly. I'm trying to get one of you. I'm so confused. Warming press rename 1. Easy to search 1. Uh-huh. Okay, there it is. I think it has something to do with when the items are in there, it stays with whatever's current. So whenever I replaced the mold, it didn't detect the mold because those items were only talking about the last, like, a blank mold, if that makes sense. Okay, so it is working. I just had to reset the craft. All right. But yeah, getting a single UMV energy hatch is great. But if I want to upgrade my stuff, I need to have, like, replace all of this with UMV. And this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40. 40 times 8 is 360. Is that the correct amount of this I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20 ass lines here. I think that doesn't seem right. No, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 is 20. There's 40 ass lines. Each one needs 8. Yeah. 40 times 8 is 360. So I need to make 360 of these guys if I want to upgrade my ass lines. Why do you even need that? What are you for? We passively produce it. Oh, that's probably why. We're not making Stargate crystals yet. Got carried away by... I don't know what TFG is. Oh, we're talking about games. Okay. I was trying backing. Nice. I totally get it. I've been playing a lot of mechanics. Back at it again with tier 4 QFT, right? Okay, so I'm gonna want 360 of these, so let me try to, like, set up the recipe here. There we go. Do I have game consoles? I have the PC. That's it. I don't really play much games after GTH and Eugenics. I'm gonna drink water. I used to play a lot of PS4, but I gave it to my brother because I wasn't using it. And at the time, I was moving to college, so I didn't have much use for it. So I just told him he can have it. And it's also about the time I got my first laptop, which I sold a while back. I don't have it. And one of the first things I would play in my new laptop was modded Minecraft. And I've been playing that since. Now we got a lot of expensive things to cover. Wireless dynamo hatches is also something we could. Never mind, Stellar Catalyst not happening. I'm gonna play some Terraria. People have been wanting me to play Terraria, and I'm gonna play it at some point because I made a promise. I don't know when though. I don't play phone games either. No. I still remember the very first phone game that I ever played was Plants vs Zombies, the original, and that was some fun stuff. I was a big fan of that. And then I got into the second one, and it felt like a gacha game, and I didn't want to play it because it kind of is a gacha game. But yeah, some Templar looking guys were hanging around this floating black crystal. I don't know what that's about. Oh, we're talking about GTH. Oh yeah, those are the Thaumcraft dudes. It is important for progression into Thaumcraft if you get to that point. This is okay. We can craft this. It's just gonna be expensive. It's definitely not happening right now. So I guess I should upgrade the DTPF while I'm here. Yeah, they're probably gonna mess you up if you're in Stone Age. So I can give a 2 trillion power. So yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade it. That's a lot of lasers though I'm gonna have to do. So right now everything is upgraded to 34 billion 4096. So what if I just multiply by 4? Or even upgrade the laser to a UIV laser. That is a little more expensive. We'll stick with UAV because I don't think it matters for DTPF because it just accepts whatever power it can get. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4. Can I even support that? This number times 8 is already almost a trillion, if not already a trillion. And so the only thing that's powering this is this backbone 2.1 trillion. So we're going to try it. Did I ever ask what's the lore of the Burning Lake nickname? It was something I came up with in middle school. It must have been 10, 14, 16 years ago. 16 to 15 years ago, I've had this name. And at the time, I think I was like trying to be smart with it. I was coming up with a new name because, so before we would share, me and my brothers, we would share a PS3 account. So all of our games were on that one account, and we just played the same account whenever we could. But then, we were getting older. We wanted our own identities. So I was thinking of a name for myself. And I thought I wanted to be something clever, something so hilarious no one would ever think about. So I just said Burning Lake because that's funny because it doesn't make sense. It's ironic. That's it, though. It's the mind of a What is that? 12-year-old? This is a little kid. $16.84. Target. Trying to make you as well. No, but that name would go kind of crazy though. My brother is Diet Water, which he made for an unrelated reason, but it ended up being a similar style of name. That one was because of an inside joke, I think. Eight of you. His name was for an unrelated reason. It's also an inside joke. I think the joke went, he was at a restaurant. I don't remember if it was with us or with friends. He claims it was with friends, but I swear I could recall being with family. But I think it was at an IHOP. And they were joking up like crazy because of the diet water as a whole concept is just funny. And then I think it was my brother who asked for diet water at IHOP. I don't know. He can tell you the story, the full story behind it, but it has to do with an inside joke at IHOP. I think that's a better origin story for a name than mine. Like, what does it mean for water to be diet? And what's so funny, or wait, from what he tells me, so Nintendo is very strict with their naming stuff. Like, they censor everything, if you haven't noticed that. And my brother is a very big fan of Smash on the Switch, but they censor his name. I'm not gonna spell it out. You can read Diet Water and read what's in the middle, and they censor his name because of that. And so he got mad because his name is censored on Nintendo. Phoenix got it. It's a true story though. His name is it's censored and it makes it look even worse than without the censor. So I think what he told me was either he added an underscore, but I think it still caught the underscore and it still censored it too. So I think on Nintendo he's called room temperature water, room temp for short. I think that's what it is. Only on Nintendo he's called room temp water because of the censor. It's just access censoring that makes it look even worse than it actually is. All right, we have our lasers. I just need or we have the targets. I need the sources next. Should have been. I don't get that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pause all of you while I do some configurations. Yeah, that's what it looks like, and it makes it look worse than it actually is. It looks something like that. He can tell you more about it. He's the one that has had to deal with it for his entire life. It's funny though. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've seen memes of people like complaining about censorship like that when it just makes it look worse. Elden Ring, for example, was one of them. I saw like a name in Elden Ring and it looked really funny. I don't want to type it out here because it does look kind of bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna type it though. Laser source hatch. Okay, so trying to replace you. I gotta lock in here, otherwise my entire base blows up. So give me a couple seconds here. No, not that one. There's 8 things that I have to work on, and I'm pretty sure it's like, why did I make such a mess out of this? I made such a mess over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 more. And I think it's the corner ones, right? Oh man, I made such a mess. So this one for sure, and then that one. And then I think it's these 2 on the outer ones. No, that's for the component ass line. Where are the other 2? So confused. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then I have you. That's 1. Yeah, this is such a mess. I'm so confused. I'm trying not to break everything that I kind of need. So it's you. I should have had a better coloring scheme for this. You also. What about you in the middle? Not you. That one down there is one of them. And then what about you? Not you. Am I missing one entirely? There should be 8 in total. Oh, it's you. Found you. Found it. Every time I watch this mod, I don't understand it. It's okay, neither do I. I'm serious. I don't understand it. I'm just going with the flow. 1. Everyone count with me. There's 1. This one's off-centered, but no one tell them. Laser vacuum. What? Why are you covered? The heck? Oh, here it is. 2. Biblically accurate. Yeah. 3. 4. It would be funny if as soon as I activate it, it's too much throughput. And then the one's on top. I'm never going to be the kind of person that tries to gatekeep stuff like this, because I don't believe in that. Everyone is capable of playing stuff like this. Whether or not you believe that it's true, we are all capable of what the other person is doing. It's just a matter of patience. But just like you, this is also the first time I'm seeing stuff like this, like upgrading this. This is the first time I've ever done this. So it may seem like I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. Nope, I'm just going based off of what I've done before. It's literally just adding 1 + 1 = 2, if you think about it. So if you want an explanation of what I'm doing for anybody who's not aware, I'm attaching better upgraded lasers to upgrade those giant machines on top, because they need more power to work faster. At some point when we're a lot more filthy rich, it'll be so much easier to have dedicated capacitors for stuff like this. So I don't have to have this biblically accurate active transformers anymore. And maybe they add wireless lasers. That'd be so cool. Have abnormally large laser hatches, but wireless. I know they do that for like the biggest machines that you don't have to have any hatches for them because they just work off wireless already. How come they can't do that with the DTPF? Probably because it's gated a lot earlier. Wireless are up to 4 million or 16. That's not a lot, right? Wait, what are you talking about? You ever thought we Mexicans like Plants vs. Zombies because it's garden related? No, because everyone else likes Plants vs. Zombies as well. Oh, I did not realize this. But it's only for the upper tier hatches, right? Like UXV. Yeah, it goes up to 16 mid. That's okay. That's I want it. Give it to me right now. Never mind, not happening. It's expensive. But for the lower tier of energy hatches, I can't really do that yet, right? For example, the UMV wireless only goes up to 64. Which, if you really think about it, that's already better than what I have right now. So how come I can't just use like 5 of these? Or how much power am I giving this right now? 137 million. To do some quick maths here. 137, 123 divided by throughput 8.5. Wait, it's a billion, right? That's billion. Oops. 137, 123, 123, 123 divided by 8.5 billion. Yeah, so I can totally just add like 16 or 17 of these. If I really don't want to deal with this spaghetti, but that's also just way more expensive. So we totally can, but it looks like once I get to UXV hatches, then yeah, I want to do that. Okay, that's just a huge number. But that's also super expensive. Anyways, I can turn this back on. No, but Plants vs. Zombies was a pretty fun game. If I had to give a favorite part of it, I would probably say the rooftop theme. I really like the song. Something like that, right? It's been a while. Okay. Whether or not I have the throughput, I have no idea, but we'll see. We'll just leave that there. Okay, now craft me 360. It's not happening. Are plant pots plants? Yes. But in the game, they are plants. I don't know what makes up their soil. I'd rather not answer that, but they're totally plants. Hey, Entropod, since you're around here, I had a question. Tesseract generator is not what I think it is, right? I'm not sure. It's not making raw tesseracts. No, but like, what's the point of these two recipes here? Because it uses transcendent metal to get transcendent, or to make tesseracts, which are used in transcendent metal. What's the point? Or is this actually a cheaper way to get more transcendent metal? Because I've always wondered that, like, why are they these recipes if? Yeah, like, why are they there? You gotta go to bed? Okay. Take care, so I appreciate your time and support. Have a good night. So this one doesn't. I believe it's trying to get me to use this recipe to use exotic instead. This one, of course, is stellar. I can't do that. But this recipe I can do. But like, why would I want to do this? Should we do the math? I'm gonna do the math. How about this? So, how much does the Tesseract make me? There's also this recipe, but that's using stellar. I can't do that. So like a single Tesseract, you macerate it, right? But you're saying I can get tachyon rich and spatially enlarged already? I didn't realize that. Okay. So you get one Tesseract to make 8, which is 16 rods, right? So 1 to 16 rods. And this one only uses half of that. Okay, so it is probably cheaper, and it does not use circuits. So maybe there's a loop involved with this. To make more transcendent metal. But the question is now, is it worth it? It looks so much cheaper. It also does not use abyssal alloy, which is notoriously slow to craft. We got tiramisu. It's not what it's called, but I call it tiramisu anyway. Anyways. I'm curious about this though, because it looks like it's just gonna make more. So what if I have like a passive process that just stocks transcendent metal rods, and then it's used that to make that? I bet you we can do something with the stock replenishers to keep track of that. Kind of shows or movies I've seen lately. I have been watching a little bit of anime. I think the ones I'm watching right now are Jujutsu Kaisen and Frieren. Aside from that, I'm also a One Piece enjoyer. I did finish the Netflix live action. Basically, the week it came out, I kind of binged it. It was pretty good. Past that, haven't really watched much else. I did watch Dark on Netflix, but that one you kind of need like a PhD to understand that show. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to bookmark it, and then I'll try to do the math later on. But it's a recursive craft, absolutely. But it looks like it does make more tesseracts over time, because you only use half to get yeah, you only use half of the output to make this. I don't know, actually. Crafting way less circuits, that would be really nice, because this would save us a lot of crafting steps. And a lot of hypogen, if you think about it, because we use hypogen for the bow chips. I don't know. I'll see what the community says about that. I'm actually curious if it ends up being cheaper. It's a pretty good show. I like it. Isn't it 64 of metal? 8 tesseracts. So it makes 64, and you only consume 4 tesseracts to make 64 ingots. No, yeah, that's what I mean by 2. Yeah, 4 tesseracts, because it's 1 to 1, right? 1 ingot per. Oh, it's 1 to 8. Wait, this is way better than. So this is half a tesseract to make 8. That's way better. I want to try setting something up with this. I'm gonna do it. But I think I need to not passive, but level maintain transcendent metal rods, and then send it to a stock replenisher. We can probably just shove it back here. I'll add it right here, actually. So that's what's cool about the stock replenisher. I can loop it, and I feel like overestimating the amount of transcendent metal would be nice. But that's where the stock replenishers come in handy. Were these out when you were playing the pack? Because you didn't play 2.8, did you? I don't remember. But these are super helpful. How much should I store there? Okay, they're okay. They're super helpful. So what I can do is upgrade the recipe here. Because we have stocked exotic catalyst, don't do that. And I'm going to have stocked transcendent metal rods, don't do that. Everything else is on request. And make 64 at a time. So I would put the recipe here. And over here I have the stocked items that don't get pushed in the recipe. And then I would request you. And I'm gonna have is 10K too much? Just for proof of concept, we're gonna do 2024. I'm gonna work in base 2 because I like that. So let's say I craft a 1024, which you already have molten metal for whatever reason. And then take off the old recipe for Tesseract. Yeah, get out of here. This is temporary. Okay, so they show up here, but it also hides away from the main network. And it's important for that because if I request a massive craft that uses transcendent metal, it's not going to pull from this. That's the main reason it exists and why it's so helpful. So now that I request Tesseracts, I gotta set up this stuff here. Hang on. Okay, so when I request Tesseracts, it doesn't request the transcendent metal rods, but it does detect them here. Because I have a storage bus. Actually, I need to add a storage bus here. Forgot about that. Right there. Yeah, because right now I have a fluid storage bus to take a look at the transcendent exotic catalyst, which shows right here. That's always going to be there, and it pulls from the main network. And if I want to access the items, I need a regular storage bus. By the way, have they ever talked about, like, we have all these fancy equipment technologies. How come they don't have a dual storage bus? Is there something that's preventing them from designing that? I don't think anybody can answer that here, but I'm just curious. Like, why don't they have a dual storage bus? Right there. And this is all being powered by a neutronium connector right there. So now that I check here, it has access to the transcendent metal rods. And this stuff is just internal for other recipes. And that stuff gets pulled in a stocking hatch and bus combo over here that gets shared between 4 DTPFs. So these 4 in the bottom share here, and then the other 4 up top share up there. And if I check the white, that's prosaic. I forget what color it is. Yeah, this one. Light blue has the exotic catalyst and all the stuff here for the items. Some pretty helpful stuff. So if I request Tesseracts, should be able to craft everything. And there it is. It's crafting right now, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. And then I just need to. How much did that use? 1024 minus. It used a stack. So it uses a stack to make a stack, and that's actually pretty good bonus, right? And that was way faster than the circuit crafting because circuits kind of craft slow. And there's not really much I can do to speed that up without adding 1,000 machines. So I think I want to do that. But I have to level maintain transcendent metal. And also, I need to make sure that I don't overconsume tesseracts because I need tesseracts to make the rods, right? So would it just be fair for me to divide the output by 2? So that half of them get used for whatever I feel like, and then the other half are going to get saved for further use. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to do that. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We can always go back to the old recipe if things break. And then I'm going to increase this by, set this number to something like 10K. Which I think we have enough to make that much. Enough, yeah, we have fluid from some other craft, I think for the Godforge, so we can set up the 10K right now. So it's going to craft, but it does not show up. It gets eaten by the stock replenisher. And that's going to be right over here. And once, this is a number that I set. So when it's 10K and I have more than 10K in storage, the rest of it shows up in the network. It's pretty cool. I like it. It helps a lot. It's also like a very lag efficient alternative to import, like export buses and stuff. Because now you don't have to like export stuff. You can just stock replenish it and use a stocking hatch to pull from the stock replenisher. Okay, and then I do need to level maintain the rods. Also, is there a way for me to make the fluid right away? No. But at some point, once I do this, okay, I can get the fluid a lot better. I'm guessing this recipe is also like an upgrade, but I'm going to have tesseracts stocked or something like that. Yeah. I need another level maintainer. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I would just ask for 10,000 and make them 10, 24 at a time. I'll just do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so now I have that stored, and that should be a lot faster tesseract production. So if I make like 100 or whatever. So what can I upgrade here to make it a little faster? You. 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 Okay, yeah, I think it's gonna work out. But I just have to watch out that I don't run out of like stuff to make transcendent metal. Or the tesseracts, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna take off you. Yeah. You are cringe recipes. That one's already okay. I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, you're okay. Anything with the stack already there is fine. Okay. Bending 9. So that goes there. And this one is ass machine 0. Ass machine 0. Put it there. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna work out. Especially because, you know, this is super expensive. Things like this. I'm curious, a craft like this, how much tesseracts? You need 4,600. at least, not including the transcendental costs. You need 4,000. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot cheaper overall, but time will tell, right? I already have 10,000 in storage. It's so nice. Okay. T SETI seaweed is we already passively produce this through bees, so I don't really care about it, honestly. Space elevator Mark IV. I might as well complete this. I gotta research you though. Trying to complete things off of my list of to-do stuff, just to make a little progress. At least set up a recipe for it. You're not gonna research. Oh, you researched so fast that you completed. Yeah, okay, let's just do that fast. And then Mark Motor, Mark 5. Nothing seems to... Oh, you need Universium? Is that an Eye of Harmony gate? I'm still going to make the pattern just because if I have a research for it, I'd rather have a pattern for it so I don't forget about the research not existing. But I can't craft the Universium. It goes right here. I think it's 88 for elevator. Yeah, okay. There, well, that's not happening because it's a Eye of Harmony gate. Not happening yet. Okay. Okay, we have about 30 minutes left, but it might just be time for an early stop here because it seems like the rest of it is just catching up on machines. You know what? Let me try something here. How many UAV wireless hatches do I have? 55. I don't know if that's enough because I want to complete some of these machines. But if I were to craft like a whole bunch of you guys, how expensive are you going to be? Like 100 maybe. I do have the UXV circuits already, so that's a huge sign because those are like the most expensive parts. That's right. I want to complete some of these machines, like the automation that I had in mind for them. For example, I intend to have 30-something machines here. 32 in total. You're gonna copy from the front and then back here, right? Hang on. From here. Mark copy. How expensive is it going to be for me to get all of these guys going? And do I even have the space for it? Because I don't think I have the space for it. Mark paste. So if I were to do the paste right here, right there, edit stack. So I intend to have 1, 2, 16 rows of machines. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's not gonna have space. Okay, so what I'm probably gonna do is have 8 and then do a double layer on top of it to get to the 16. Okay. So stack reset. I'm just gonna copy this group. So I need 16 minus 2 is what? 14. Can I do this right now? Looks like I can, but we'll see how long it takes. Also need to move you. You were a temporary build just to make the hypervisor matrix. Do I need this for anything else? Not really. Okay, so goodbye. If I have to make a compressor again because the recipes take too long, then I have to upgrade the black hole compressor. And I can't say no to it anymore. It's the only reason this guy existed anyways. Oh, there goes my network or my server. The server hates it whenever you do anything, when you break the wireless connectors. It does not like it. I'm gonna take a drink. There it is. You're still struggling? Yes, you are. Okay. So what is gonna take so long here? All of this stuff can probably get upgraded also. All of these things as well. There's a lot of things that need to be upgraded actually. Printed engineering circuits, you just finished. Tesseracts. Solidified stuff, I don't really worry about those. Lithium hydroxide, what the heck? Well, it's almost done. Alright. Yeah, we can probably set this up today. Missing auto taping, that's kind of rare. Yeah, we can probably do that today. What else do we need to upgrade? Setting up recipes for this. So I can't really craft this until we get the energy hatches for this. So I need to craft the energy hatches and this right after. So I think what's going to happen is I craft the energy hatches overnight, and then whenever I see the recipe fin, or maybe I just craft both of them. I think I'm just going to craft both of them. Hey, killer. So for example, the tonight's overnight crafting will first be the energy hatches, and the QFT stuff. And that's it. We'll see what happens. And also, you know what? More Dyson swarms. Because I made 40,000 Dyson swarms and I guess they got consumed. So I think I need to upgrade the crafting batch for those. I'm gonna do that. We'll do that. And we'll add a bunch of Dyson swarms as well because I need a lot of them. There we go. So that's going to be my crafting adventure for overnight. Highly doubt. Oh, I lost my spray can. Highly doubt we'll finish it, but I have been proven wrong before. Okay, we need a bunch of stuff though. Cenarium dust or out? The heck? I guess you don't produce this automatically. Well, it's not too much of a problem. We can get this another way. Dilithium screw. I guess you have to lathe it. Wrap of UXV circuits. 10, that's a lot. Ask 16. There you go. 16, right? Yeah. Dense Shirabon plate would be circuit 9. 16x UMV wire. Cenarium dust. I might just need to make more cenarium bees for this. It's also glowing coral, but nah, it's a little too pricey. What about cenarium? Cenarium piece, molecular transformer. I don't even have one of those, and I don't feel like making it. So we're gonna mass produce a couple of bees. It's been a while since I did the bee stuff, so we're gonna do it anyways. Turn that on, and then I forgot how to do this. Hello, Moby. Output. Dump everyone. I need the cenarium B right here. Put that back right here. But have a operating swarmer. There you go. And then turn this on. Oh, you're supposed to be in. Oops. Oops. I forgot to turn it off before. Yeah, this is supposed to have a lot of royal jelly. It's Imperial, right, for the royal jelly? Yeah. Yeah, we need a lot of royal jelly here. Turn it off. I'm gonna have a redstone lamp so I can visually see it if it's on or off. Right there. Okay. Because it's normally not supposed to be consuming the royal jelly, but I forgot to turn it off. Anyways, do I have any other cenarium kind of like bees or whatever? I have a queen here. Are you good stats already? Yes, but your flower type is not correct. Okay. So I'm going to throw you in. Actually, your flower type, that one's a good bee. I'll wait for the drones. I'll throw you in here, actually. That actually survived. That's all I need. Okay, I just need a bunch of princesses. Oops. I'm surprised you still survived. Nope. Okay. I kind of expected it to die. Give me a pristine queen, please. Certus? Yeah, sure. Oh no. Here we go. There we go. So these two are the ones that are going to be bred. Everyone else, goodbye. Oh, oops, I did not mean to do that. It worked out, though. Okay. All right, we're trying to get Cenarium out of this. Purebred Cenarium and a really good bee here. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, all right. Don't want you guys. Bye, 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 bye. And I just need to make a bunch of princesses once I get enough jelly. Can't change mode when running. How dare you? Get over here. You go in there. No, give me the Imperial Queen. Cenarium Queen, you go in there. Turn on Swarmer mode. And then don't need the Imperial anymore. Turn that on for all the Royal Jelly. That should make me a couple of princesses, yeah. Have you beaten the dragon yet? Yeah, I beat the vanilla dragon a long time ago. Probably like in the first 20, 30 episodes. It was a long time ago. And there's also Draconic Evolution in the pack, which adds a even tougher dragon fight. So for example, Dragon Blood, I think Nuggets, yeah. We have the Vanilla Ender Dragon, which was a pretty tough fight. The mod pack makes it a lot tougher. And then we have the Chaos Guardian. This guy is just kind of impossible, and it's not impossible, it's just really tough. But we have creative armor, so it's like it makes me invincible. It wasn't even that difficult of a fight. Laser engravers are up next. Okay. Okay, and then I just need to take this off. There's a bunch of Cenarium princesses. Give me all of the princesses. Don't even know the math here. I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of them. He said Invincible without cutting into the interest rate. I haven't watched Invincible yet. I've seen a couple of clips from it though, and it seems pretty interesting, but probably not something I would watch. I don't know. You know, there's a machine that makes queens. Is there? I'm assuming it's a dentistry thing. I'm assuming the quest book will tell me more about it because the names of the machines don't really tell me too much stuff. It's not the imprinter. I'm assuming it's this one. Out of princesses to inject traits to, too lazy to find hives and get more bees, not a problem. With this nifty little device, you can use a ton of power. Oh. Yeah, it's gotta be this one, okay. But my only concern here is that I have to get the species either way, so there still has to be work to get the correct species out of this. So I think it's gonna be, and I think it's gonna end up being the same amount of work. Because for me to get the species, I have to do all this nonsense again anyways. If I need 1,000 queens, yeah, but I'm not going to make that many queens. But yeah, that's actually a really good point. Let me do that. Let me get a lever here. And then you have to sequence the DNA to get all samples. Yeah, it's like we have a good template here, but this one doesn't have a species. It's just all the good traits that I want. It's just no species. Okay. If I need like an inappropriate amount of bees, then yeah, I'll probably consider it, but I think right now it's okay. I think I want to import everything through bus though, so I'm going to do that. I have no idea what's powering the subnet. Okay. I made like a good 16 Bs, I think. I don't know. Let me check this out. So we'll do input mode and then turn that on. And there we go. I guess it doesn't pull everything at once. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. I was just waiting for this. It seems pretty interesting. I am going to be playing, and I will be scrapping if the demand is there. I guess we'll see though. And then operating mode. How many Cenarium bees? I'm not going to look for Cenarium bees, but there's a lot of seaweed. There's a ton of seaweed bees because I needed a lot of seaweed. Where are my Cenarium bees? There's not just 4, there's a lot more. Oh, it's not going to find them, never mind. And like 4096. And the server dies when you look at the controller. There's a lot of bees in here, for sure. But not 4096. You can fit so many bees in here, right? Per day, it's going to produce about 1.6 million, which I'm okay with waiting a day for that. So yeah, we're going to consider that okay. That's how long this craft is going to take anyways. Plus, we're going to build some up over time anyways. That's funny, though. What the heck did I just say? Beamline moment. No, but anyways, Rose, I did see the stuff for the upcoming update. It looks pretty interesting. So how can I increase the beamline speed? Do I increase the or is that how fast it's gonna go? I always forget to do beamline stuff here. I mean, it's still gonna finish, but I'm really trying to mass produce it. How do I get more of this? I think I have to upgrade this, right? You're using 64 amps of UEV already, though. Oh, actually, this is using a lot of power. Okay. I'll probably just give it like UIV 64 amps and call it a day. Can I even make that? I can, but that's going to be expensive. Yeah, it's not happening right now. Okay, so it's pretty much waiting for this recipe, and all this was me to expand the forest. So I think I'm going to do that off camera. Trying to get this forest to be 32 channels like I intend every machine to be. It's a little unfortunate though, because I want everything to be in a row like this. So this is 32 machines. Oh, this is 16 because I used 2 output buses for that. But this is 32 machines. And also this is 32 machines. It's kind of the standard I'm trying to go for. And then I just have to expand these guys as well, and it's going to extend all the way over there. But I did not give enough space for the fluid solidifiers because, yeah, it's going to extend way into the DTPF, and I'm not moving this. Nuh-uh. So I'll go ahead and cancel this, and we'll come back to that. But I think it's a good time to wrap up the episode because it is about time, 2-hour mark. I'm not going to play craps. I am going to play Mugenics after the stream, though. Oh, never mind. A couple more recipes I need to get in. I'm cutting it. I kind of don't eat seafood in the first place, so that's not totally inaccurate. I don't hate it. I just don't like if I go to any restaurant, I'm never gonna order seafood because I just prefer to eat other stuff. Now we can set that up. Do I have dilithium? I'm pretty sure I get it from the void mining, right? 37 million, yeah. So it's not me hating seafood, it's just I'm never gonna prefer it. If it's like the only thing I can't eat, or if I'm invited somewhere that only serves it, then I'm gonna eat it, but I'm never gonna like go out of my way to order seafood. Everything else is passive, so I'm gonna start this super expensive craft. It includes the let's check it out here. It's gonna include 360 UMV wireless hatches that I need to upgrade my ass lines. And the QFT tier 4 upgrade because we're at that point. So this recipe is probably going to get stuck if it puts any of these QFT stuff in there first before the wireless energy hatches. It will get stuck. Unless I can get like 8 of these, then it won't. But yeah, we're at that point. Tier 4. We got there. It's pretty cool though, because yesterday we got the tier 4. I was waiting to do that until we got these cases, the UMV casings. We got that ready yesterday. And I'm surprised we actually crafted this overnight. So I was like, wait, I didn't know we could do that. And so I got that in, and then now I can work on QFT and make so much of our other stuff cheaper. But man, this stuff gets expensive. So as usual, I'm going to work on the bottlenecks off camera. I'm going to see what's slowed down because there's a lot of things that are probably super slow. And I kind of fix the small things as it go. Yeah, the DTPF is pretty shiny. And also we did upgrade the DTPF. Now this man is consuming so much more power. We're making space-time like twice as much. So stream, I'll hit you guys with we'll play another game, probably in Mutagenics. I like to play Mutagenics. If this recipe does not finish tomorrow, which is very, very likely, because this is a very big craft. 83,000 optical assemblies. That's gonna take forever. So chances are this is not gonna finish tomorrow. So, and that's not even Godforge. I haven't even done Godforge. That's the next expensive goal, but we need the energy hatches for that. So we can, make the other fluids a lot better. Fallout New Vegas stream, man, it's been a while since I played that game. I got platinum on it back on PS4. No, PS3? It was on PS3, yeah. But I played a lot of Fallout. I don't think I'll play it again, though. I've always been like, if I played one game, then that's pretty much all I'm doing. Like it takes a while for me to come back to a game. In other words, I'm not gonna play Shop Titans either. Did I already say no? Sorry, I forget. No, but we'll see if I complete the craft tomorrow. If it doesn't complete, we'll probably play something else. I'm thinking Mutagenics though, because I'm still trying to beat the final boss, and that's just rough. It's a rough adventure to do that. Otherwise, I don't really have a plan to play another game, so we'll think about it. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and do a raid. I'm trying to get into that habit of doing that again. First, I have to check if my brother's streaming, because last time he started streaming, I didn't notice, and he got mad when I didn't raid him. Not literally mad, but... Okay, who's playing GTH? I guess we'll say hello to Dreddy. Haven't said no. Say hello to Dreddy. Let's do that. And never mind, they don't seem actively playing right now. We're just gonna close the stream here. It doesn't seem like much else is playing right now. Okay. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely, as I'll stream. Or maybe I won't stream because I'm going to go on a walk tomorrow and I'm probably going to travel out a little further. And if I get back late and I'm tired, then probably not. But we'll see. We'll see. Because that's what happened yesterday. I got back and I was like, I actually just fell asleep after I ate my dinner. I was like, I can't stay awake. I could not. So I fell asleep and it was like 10 o'clock when I woke up for my nap. And I'm like, too late. Let's play some eugenics instead. Anyways, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see how things go. For now, take care. Have a good night. Thanks for your time and support as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. How do you guys like my outro? I'm working on it. I feel like I'm getting better at it. Anyways, take care. Bye-bye.